Have you ever reached for a bottle of castor oil thinking it's a natural remedy for all your woes? Well, hold on tight, because what you're about to discover might just change your perspective. In this eye-opening video, we dive deep into the hidden dangers of frequent castor oil usage a lot of YouTube influencers don't want you to know. Side effect number 1, skin rashes. You see, castor oil contains certain substances called allergens. These allergens are like tiny triggers that can make your body react. Now, most people don't have a problem with castor oil because their bodies are okay with these allergens. But for some folks, especially those with sensitive skin, these allergens can cause trouble. When you put castor oil on your skin, it gets absorbed, and if your body doesn't like those allergens, it might start to react. Your skin might get all red, itchy, and irritated. That's what we call a rash. It's your body's way of saying, "Hey, I don't like this stuff." Now, you might be wondering, why does castor oil have these allergens in the first place? Well, it's just the way nature made it. Some plants have these allergens naturally as a way to protect themselves from pests. Unfortunately, our skin can sometimes mistake these allergens for something harmful and react accordingly. Another thing to consider is that sometimes it's not just the allergens in castor oil that can cause a rash. Sometimes it's the way the oil is processed or mixed with other ingredients. You know, like how sometimes certain foods don't agree with you because of what's mixed in them. It's kind of like that. It's also worth mentioning that how your skin reacts to castor oil can depend on a lot of factors. Things like your skin type, any other skin conditions you might have, or even how much castor oil you use can all play a role. So what might cause a rash for one person might not bother another person at all. So, my dear, if you've been using castor oil and notice your skin getting all riled up with a rash, don't worry too much. It's just your body saying, I don't think I like this stuff. You can try using less of it or maybe switch to a different oil altogether. And if the rash persists or gets worse, it's always a good idea to check in with a doctor, just to be safe. Side effect number 2, dizziness. When you swallow castor oil, it moves through your digestive system. It works on your intestines, making them move more and helping you to poop if you're constipated. Some also use it on their skin or hair because it's believed to be moisturizing for promoting hydration and improving the condition of the skin or hair. Dizziness can happen sometimes after taking castor oil, although it's not very common. One reason for this is that castor oil can cause dehydration. When you poop a lot because of the castor oil, your body can lose water, leading you to feel dizzy or lightheaded. Think of your body like a plant. When a plant doesn't get enough water, its leaves start to droop, and it doesn't feel lively. Similar to that, when we lose too much water, we might start to feel tired, dizzy, or even faint for real. Different people react differently to castor oil. Some might not feel any dizziness at all, while others might feel very dizzy. It depends on things like your body's sensitivity to the oil and how much you take. Side effect number 3, diarrhea. Some people like to take castor oil for their constipation. Now, the problem is when you take castor oil, it does something interesting to your body. It's a bit like a kickstart for your digestive system. You see, when you swallow castor oil, it travels to your stomach and then your small intestine. Now, in your small intestine, there's something called ricinoleic acid. This acid comes from the castor oil. Now, this ricinoleic acid stimulates your intestines. It kind of wakes them up and makes them move more. Diarrhea happens when your intestines move food and waste through your body too quickly. Normally, your body absorbs water from the waste as it goes along your intestines. But when things move too fast, your body can't absorb all the water it needs to. So the waste ends up being more liquidy, and that's what we call diarrhea. Now, you might wonder why castor oil can make your intestines move so fast. Well, it's because of that ricinoleic acid we talked about earlier. This acid works a bit like a trigger for your intestines. It tells them to contract more often and more strongly than usual. As a result, everything moves through your intestines faster. Another thing about castor oil is that it can irritate the lining of your intestines. Imagine if you rub sandpaper on your skin. It would irritate it, right? Well, castor oil can do something similar to your intestines. This irritation can also make your intestines move faster and cause diarrhea. It's essential to remember that while castor oil can help with constipation, using too much or taking it too often can lead to problems like diarrhea. So if you do experience diarrhea or any other unusual symptoms after taking castor oil, it's essential to let your doctor know. They can help you figure out what's going on and how to feel better. Side effect number 4, throat tightness. Imagine your throat as a tube that carries food and drinks from your mouth to your stomach. When you swallow something, muscles in your throat help push it down smoothly. But if something irritates those muscles or makes them tense up, it can feel like your throat is tight or constricted. Castor oil is a powerful substance. When you swallow it, it moves through your throat and into your stomach. But because it's thick and strong, it can sometimes irritate the lining of your throat along the way. This irritation can cause the muscles in your throat to react by tightening up, almost like a protective reflex. Think of it like when you accidentally swallow something rough, like a big bite of dry bread without water. Your throat might feel scratchy or tight because it's trying to protect itself from the irritation. Castor oil can have a similar effect, especially if you're sensitive to it or take too much at once. Another reason castor oil might cause throat tightness is if you're allergic to it. Allergies happen when your body's immune system reacts to something it sees as harmful, like certain foods or substances. If you're allergic to castor oil, even a tiny bit of it can trigger a reaction, including throat tightness, as your body tries to defend itself. Sometimes, it's not just the castor oil itself causing the problem, but other ingredients in the product you're using. Some castor oil products might have additives or flavorings that could irritate your throat or trigger an allergic reaction. So, it's essential to pay attention to what you're taking and how your body reacts to it. Furthermore, by swallowing too much castor oil, our body might not be used to handling such a strong substance in large amounts. So it might react by tensing up your throat muscles in response to the overload. It's crucial to be cautious with castor oil and any other remedies you use. Always follow the recommended dosage and consult with a healthcare professional if you experience any unusual symptoms, especially throat tightness or difficulty breathing. Side effect number 5, chest pain. Castor oil is often used as a laxative. It helps move things along in your digestive system, which can be helpful if you're feeling a bit blocked up. But here's the thing. If you take too much of it, or if your body doesn't react well to it, it can cause some discomfort, including chest pain. You see, when you take castor oil, it starts working in your intestines. It stimulates the muscles there, which helps push things through. But sometimes, it can also cause your stomach to feel upset. And when your stomach isn't happy, it can send signals to other parts of your body, like your chest, making you feel like there's pressure or pain there. Moreover, if you're taking castor oil and you're not drinking enough water, it could make things worse. You see, castor oil can dehydrate you a bit because it's helping things move through your system faster. And when you're dehydrated, your body can start to feel achy and uncomfortable, including in your chest area. So, there you have it, my dear. Castor oil can indeed cause chest pain, but it's usually because of how it affects your digestive system, your body's reaction to it, or other factors like dehydration or anxiety.